Because you can't request to go to no hole and shit up in no feds and shit unless you trying to leave because your life is in danger. But in the state, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be like, what you trying to go for? What's the problem? Talk to us. Then you're going to have to run your mouth. And running your mouth going to get you in some shit. Because it's always that SSI pushing their broom, sitting up there listening, and they're going to run back and tell it, man, it's went so long, such and such.
Prison Stories 101, man. Coming back. In 3, 2. Prison Stories 101, man. We got him right back in the building, man. Ice Gizzle, man. Man, you know how it goes, man. Once again, a fan favorite. How we always like to do is just see how things been going, man, since the last time you came and sat down, man. I think we didn't get through a holiday.
A couple of holidays, yeah. I mean, it's all Gucci, it's all love. I get a lot of love in the streets, a little hate at home, but that's another story for another time.
You know, we always ask this question, like as far as, you know, every time that, you know, we put out a reel, we put out a clip, it always goes crazy. You know, people get to know you. Like, has it gotten to a level to like where people like are knowing you? Like, I think you just was mentioned off camera, like someone else just knows you at the
Yeah, I can't go nowhere. Everywhere I go, somebody recognizes me. I went to Parkland Hospital a few days ago to see my ex-mother-in-law. And you got to walk through the metal detectors, and then the 2 police are sitting there. They start whispering to each other. So right when I walk through, they say, all right, go back. Go stand over there. I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing on me. I'm like, here we go with the bullshit. I'm thinking I'm finna get set up or something. They walk me outside and stuff, and they talking about, you're Ice Gizzle, ain't you? I'm like, oh, man, yeah, that's me.
Goddamn.
Oh, I told you, like, give my $20. So they had a whole bet, you know what I'm saying? So he was just like, man, what you doing up here, man? We didn't even know you stay in Dallas. I'm like, yeah, I stay out here. I say, you know, my people up in here, I come to see them. So, you know, I'll be in and out. Like, you need anything, we got your back. We appreciate what you do, man.
You know, like, it seemed like it's always been like love, where either someone has took a bet to see if that's you, where they don't want to, they be arguing with each other, like, is that you or not? Has anyone pulled up and said, can I get an autograph? Or let's do some music together?
Yeah, I done plenty of times. They'll catch me in Fiesta, one of these shopping places. I just be going to get some plain shit. And the first thing come out there, my man, you Gizzle? I'll be like, yeah, that's me. Tell me, man, let me get a picture, man. Let me get a picture. You know what I'm saying? I ain't signed no autograph, but everybody asks for a picture.
No, that's real. That's real. All right, well, Gizzle, once again, welcome back, man. You know, we got to get right to it, man. The first thing I want to get to, man, is, you know, one thing I haven't asked you, or we spoke on it, but I want to go in a little more detail is, you know, when a man who is weak out here in the streets, physically, mentally, maybe emotionally, he gets, of course, a prison sentence, or no, let's say he gets in trouble, he posts bond, so he didn't have to do no real jail time. Maybe he bonded out immediately, and then he's, of course, convicted and is guilty. What does a man like that supposed to do the day one he gets in? And mind you, he's spent his whole time out of jail. So now he gets sent right up to prison, and he ain't really tapped in with nobody. But again, he's physically weak, emotionally weak, mentally weak.
That's a rough one, because if you come weak on all levels like that, you food, man. You food. They're gonna eat you alive.
He don't want to be food though. He want to survive. He want to do his time and do it in peace. He
probably want to be. If he weak on all levels, he gonna get ate.
Damn.
That's just what that is. And probably his own homies from wherever he coming from is gonna be the first ones up the bat. That's how they rocking.
So he can't choose to say, like, I need to be in PC. I need to go to solitary, or just, is there nowhere for him to be like,
you talking about in prison?
In prison.
State prison. Or you talking about the feds?
Let's go with both. I mean, is it a difference?
Yeah, it's always a difference. Because you can't request to go to no damn hole and shit up in no feds and shit unless you trying to leave, because your life is in danger. But in the state, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be like, what you trying to go for? What's the problem? Talk to us. Then you're going to have to run your mouth. And running your mouth going to get you in some shit. Because it's always that SSI pushing their broom, sitting up there listening, and they gonna run back and tell it, man, this whole ass nigga went so on such and such. You know what I'm saying? Now they're coming back, shaking down, fucking with people, and all this here. So that's not no good look. So if you weak, man, you better do some high-powered praying and pretending. You heard me?
So if he does get put in, he gonna go through the intake. At what point could he even raise a fuss? Like, can he talk to a CEO or a warden or something like immediately? Does he have to wait a while?
First of all, in the state, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I've been in the state, so I don't even know how they're doing it now. That shit's so watered down. But in the feds, you cannot approach a CO by yourself. You cannot leave the unit and go anywhere on that slab headed towards the lieutenant's office by yourself. That's say take a friend. Because you can go up there and say anything. Then next thing you know, the whole unit gets shut down. But best believe if it gets shut down and it look like you the one got to shut down because you just left and went to the lieutenant's office, wherever you end up at, whatever unit you end up at, you're going to end up getting life flighted the moment you get in there because the kite going to beat you there.
Damn, the kite going to beat you. Shit. Do other inmates like try to give up and the inmate tell them, hey, like this guy's food, like, or does the inmate go be like, nah, I see his food, I want that? But they try to say, hey. You can
see some people you ain't even got to test. The way they move and groove and stuff, you going to see whether they food or not, or see whether they good food or not, because our food ain't meant to eat on.
Talk to him.
So at the same time, it's like, however you present yourself, because believe me, if you running with a car, you can be weak as you want to be. Ain't nobody messing with you, man. Unless you do something so out of pocket, it's going to cost everybody their freedom. Because if you in a Texas car, Louisiana car, New York car, whatever car you in, if you do anything or resemble something that somebody is speaking on, they can't just approach you like that, homie. They're going to have to go to the speakers of the car and say, look, my man say your man was a hoe out there in them streets. He put some bad low out and stuff, or he spoke on somebody, or he on somebody else's paperwork. But they're going to have to investigate that. And if it's true or not, he got the right to face his accusers.
He got the right to face him.
So they're going to put them two in the cell. They're going to put them well, let them knife up, you know what I'm saying, until it's over with.
Every time you say knife up, that shit just sounds wild. Put in a cell, close the door, and knife up is fucking crazy. Anyway, all right. So
That's the reality you living in.
Yeah, hey.
Ain't nobody fighting just to fight no more. You knife up, keep them wifing up, or you knife up, stay alive.
So how fast does news travel in there?
Pretty fast. Because it's like this. You got cars, you got the same cars on every farm. Every prison yard has the same cars mostly. So you got cell phones up in there. You got phones on the wall. And then you got other people that work there who's become gang members who done tattooed that shit in between their hand and got protection every time they come to work. So it's easy for me to tell you as a CEO to say, hey, look, hey, take this and call this number and tell my homie them such and such on his way over there. Smash that fool.
Mm. Yeah. It says
it's immediate.
Immediately.
It moves quicker than you.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so just on the flip side of that, let's say someone out here is physically strong, mentally strong, emotionally intact, got everything together. He has to do some time in prison, 3 to 5, 5 to 10, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
With him, let's say he goes into a situation. I'm again state or fed, break it down for both of them. But if he goes in dolo. He's not gang affiliated, but he's he played maybe a little high school linebacker, D1, something. He good.
Yeah.
How does he approach going in? Can he go in? He looks physically intimidating. He's again mentally he's right. He ain't he's a man. Can he just go in there and just be like, I ain't with no car, I ain't with this, I ain't with that. I'm gonna just do my shit and fuck you if you got a problem with it.
In the state, he can do that. He can walk like a man, can be the man he want to be. But somebody's still gonna come see about you sooner or later. Because everybody ain't buying that. Everybody don't buy whoop cookies. You know what I'm saying? So Some niggas is from the show me state. But when you hit the feds, all that's the wrong attitude. Because there's nobody bigger than the car. So no matter how strong you is, what you done in the past, it's might be 300 of us against just you. So choose, lose, or be confused. You run your mouth if you want to. All of these dudes gonna run up in here and give you the business.
Come on, damn. All right. And it's understandable. Some men, of course, don't feel like they got to get down. But when you say like somebody will see about you, about how long does it take for like, can it go like a week, days? We talking months? Like, can you just, I'm a mine for at least?
It all depends. It all depends. Somebody can admire you or feel like you shouldn't be alive just looking at you. Or just need somebody to pick on. It just depends on the moment. You know what I'm saying? And it also depends on how you present yourself in your walk when you own their yard. You ain't bothering nobody and stuff like that. In the state, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna leave you alone. But if a nigga know you or you got partners up in there that get into something, man, you better show up. You better show up. All that ain't my business. All right. When they bake that cake, you're gonna be the first slice. But in the feds, there ain't none of that, bro. You're gonna get with a car as soon as you walk in that door. You're gonna have to choose a side, homie. Ain't no, I'm by myself, Yeah, okay.
I mean,
you talking that shit now.
Now, can he talk it and back it up though? Like, I'm gonna back it up. Like, like you said, you can't whoop 300 niggas, but he could probably go to this. Like, hey, I whoop whoever, whatever.
Ain't no fighting.
Oh, he say ain't no fighting.
Knife.
Damn. Okay, that's fucked up.
They stay strapped. And you just coming in the system, you ain't got no knife, and they know it. Because you're gonna have to go through your car to get one.
Damn. Okay. Can't care. You can't just ask a nigga on the outside, hey, bro, I need me a knife up in this mouth. Yeah. Okay.
Until you get cleared by the homies that's in here, you get no care package, you ain't getting no nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. Some cars do get they homies and stuff, care packages and stuff, and be like, we don't know about you yet, but we're going to make sure you can take a shower and give you some shower shoes, soap, and stuff like that. But at the same time, them knives come with them care package too. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting that. Because until you got 30 days to get that paperwork in. And once that paperwork come in and they see that you not solid, you're going to get the knife, all right?
Not the way you want it.
From their hand to your guts.
Not the way you want it.
Not the way you want it. And they're going to run your ass out. They're going to light flight you off the damn farm. That's just what that is.
All right, well, let's jump right into it, man. I got to ask, did you get a chance to watch the P. Diddy documentary? Any of it?
Nah, because I already knew a lot of them answers.
It wasn't no new information in that one.
Yeah, it wasn't no new information up in there and stuff. It just a lot of visuals and stuff that needed to be painted for people to understand.
Yeah. So Diddy, of course, he was sentenced to 50 months in prison. And for those, again, this is just education. For those who don't know why is it that the state sentenced for years and the feds sentenced by months?
You're doing day by day when you're in the feds. That's why. So you got a shot. No matter who you is, you got a shot when you're in the state. So if you get 5 years and stuff, hell, you got a shot at doing 3-4 months and they just luck of the draw. Don't send them to the house. You know what I'm saying? And the feds don't care how good you is. You finna walk down whatever months you got. They give you 8 or 9 months, you gonna do about 70 of it before you even get thought about. Do anything in between that time, you getting a shot. You get too many shots, they shipping you. And don't let them not like you before they ship you. Because you might end up in Timbuktu, somewhere up there where all them white boys at. Where your car is this small and stuff, and all their cars is this big. Now you forced to get along with people you don't even like. You go to Virginia and stuff, they just got one little small down south car. And it might be just 10 of y'all. 2 of y'all from Louisiana, 1 from Florida, 1 from Texas, and 1. and y'all gonna have to get along. Cause if not, them white boys gonna eat y'all up.
Well, and real quick,
Majority rules. It don't matter where you at.
what's the size of these cars? Like just
It, like I say, it depends on where you at. If you down south, if you on like Pollock, where I was at, and all that Louisiana car, we got DC with us. For some reason, they pay us up. That's weird, but it is what it is.
I mean, it is District of Columbia. They ain't got no states. So.
Yeah, so our cars are together. We one unit. So it ought to be on the whole thing, probably 200 of us and probably about 100 of them, or maybe a little less or maybe more. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else car, they might have 80, you know what I'm saying? 60, 50, spread it out.
Yeah. Okay.
But they come from Taiwan and Africa and all that stuff. They be by themselves. They might have 2 or 3 of them.
Okay. And
they definitely gonna be quiet. Me no want no problems.
We got that Africa. Damn. All right, but thank you for explaining that as far as the months versus years. So Diddy, of course, he's sentenced to 50 months. I think he got sent to a camp. I think he's not even in like nothing like real harsh.
They weren't gonna send that boy to no high level. Hell no.
I mean, his crime, which was sex trafficking across state lines, I believe, is that even a crime that I
told you before though? It doesn't matter what your crime is. They sentence you off your past.
Okay, points and stuff, yeah.
Point system. So Diddy ain't never had probably a traffic ticket, no nothing.
I mean, he got hit with like a murder charge.
Huh?
He got hit with like a murder charge. I forgot he got not.
It still only counts for 3 points.
Damn.
That ain't shit. He can still go to a camp.
Oh, because he's been clean all this time. What you mean? Okay, he ain't just been no frequent offender.
So you're not getting sentenced for you're not being sentenced for what you just did. They're sentencing you off your past record. Everything on your record, 0 to 100. 3 for this, 1 for this. 3 for this, 1 for this. 3 for the felonies, 1 for the misdemeanors.
Damn,
so if you don't have nothing, what's to add up? You automatically, even if you don't like him, they're gonna send his ass to a camp. And if he fuck up, they're gonna send his ass to a medium or a high.
Damn. So someone with just like a petty criminal past, just doing shit here and there.
But you got dudes, it's a lot of pettiness now in the feds. Don't get it twisted. And then they in the mediums and the highs. But that's because they got so much pettiness on their jackets that it added up to a high points. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, man, this dude only in here for a pistol. What is he in here for? He ain't do nothing. But you're right. He ain't do nothing this time. But all those gun charges he had in the past and stealing candy out the store, he was little, all that little shit, it added up. 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 4. So now you got 15 points. You got to walk that down, partner. I told you how they did me. My first time and shit, I'm like, they're like, oh man, I feel sorry for you. Sorry for me for what? I'm going to prison just like y'all. They're like, you ain't going where we going, nigga. We going to a camp. I'm like, what you mean a camp? What's the difference? And when I got down there, I seen what the difference was.
Goddamn.
There ain't no gates in the camp. You still free. You get to go to commissary every day. Nobody bothering you. You can walk off the damn unit and go to Walmart. Nobody ain't gonna know shit as long as you back for comp time.
Yeah.
Versus you in a maximum security, you know what I'm saying? Every time where you going? You know what I'm saying? They on your ass.
Mr. Postman. Damn. Okay. All right. Well, so
and see, everybody's gonna mind their business in the camps and the lows, and basically the mediums too.
Yeah.
So they can know that you're a rat, pedophile, or a rapist and all this kind of stuff. They're not finna bother you, bro, because they trying to keep it easy. They trying to live this easy life out here.
Okay.
Versus you come up there by us and shit, we trying to stick a whole broom up your ass.
Nigga, why? Nigga, why? That's just horrible. I ain't gonna lie. That's very fucked up.
It won't be horrible when you find out that same person stuck his thing in your daughter and she only a baby.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So we always look at it like this. That could have been your mama, your daughter, your niece.
Biggest facts.
Yeah.
All right, so Diddy himself, he's in a low camp or whatever. They just had a video post on TMZ of him. Look like he's.
I seen him in his little brown khakis and shit.
Yeah,
kneeling and shit, trying to do a prison pose.
Yeah.
Arthritis, ass, knees and shit.
Do you think, first and foremost, do you think whoever recorded that video, you think Diddy was cool with being seen in prison? That's something that niggas be like, yeah, go.
Diddy is trying to be seen in prison. He ain't trying to hide. He don't even have to out there. Like I say, everybody gonna mind their business. With him having the status that he got, they finna clean to his ass, just like when I was down there with Meech. You know what I'm saying? He lied to be charging niggas to take pictures.
I mean,
they not tripping about his charges down there. He getting dapped up every 5 minutes. Nigga, you went to prison for having sex.
Yeah, like nigga, come on.
For using baby Earl.
Come on. And mind you, he gets his commissary, right? Like he can max out on the feds. He can have $1 million.
Yes, he can max out. You can have $99,000 in your account.
And just keep re-upping that.
Just keep re-upping.
Dang, so that means
he'll never run out.
So do you believe Diddy has friends right now? Like, do you think, do people gain friends in prison?
Might not be no real friends, but yeah, he got some friends. He got some friends, and he got some protection down there, but he don't really need it. Who gonna mess with you in the camp? Who gonna mess with you in the low? Nobody.
How would you approach it if Diddy was on your unit? How would you try to get close to the man? I mean, you do music. I mean, what would you do?
Hell yeah.
He said, bad. You get in there, you start driving with the shoulders, you start driving.
Sure. I'll be over there Harlem shuffling.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
What's that, homie? Sure, you need something?
Come on.
This dude looking at you funny, I go knock his ass out. What's that?
Come on. You think, Diddy, watching that documentary, what I saw was a man who had like a power trip. Do you feel like he still has that power trip in prison? Like, someone who has that in the free world, will they take that to prison and try to run the same play?
They'll try. But it depends on who was already in power when you get there. And if you got more power than that person has, and let's not even put it like power, let's just say it's a control factor. Okay. And whoever can control the people, that's who get the power. Because he can put the fear of God in you, but at the same time, he can feed the whole nation. Which one you gonna choose?
I don't know. Diddy seemed like he could do both. Like Diddy, that nigga got the money. Plus, he be yelling at niggas. I mean, I don't know. How do you think
no fear in nobody?
Yeah, but I say, how do you think he's serving his time right now? You think he's very humble right now, or you
humble as pie?
Why? He only got 50 months. He might do two. He might do a year and a half.
I wouldn't give a damn. I bet you he humble as all outdoors. Damn. They probably in the music room right now and shit playing on the piano. Take that.
He just got it.
He gonna come out with a whole roster of artists before he even get home. I guarantee you.
Damn. They say he got caught with some toilet wine. Can you explain what toilet wine is for those who don't know what that looks
like? I mean, it's homemade wine. It ain't nothing but fruit, sugar, corn syrup, yeast, water. That's all it is. They put it in a trash bag, crush it up, sit it up under the bed, let it spurl for a little while or so, a couple of days or whatever, and pull it out, stir it, and just let it cook.
And how close to wine does it taste? Is it like Chardonnay, or are we talking about like something?
I don't drink that shit. I done seen niggas die from drinking that shit. Hell no.
I didn't ask this question to a couple other people. They be like, they don't touch. It seems very unsanitary to be.
It is. I mean, you drinking out the toilet, homie. I just took a shit up in there.
Oh, shit. Yeah, when you put it like that.
You got niggas cooking their spreads in the sink in the toilets and stuff. And everybody sitting out there, damn, it's the best food I ever. And I'll be like, you just don't know. My cellar cooked that in the toilet. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, you know what I'm saying? You got some who has accepted this life. Like I said, they know they ain't going home. They don't care. They gonna get it the best way they know how. So if you cooking in the toilet and they ain't gotta spend no money, I'm eating with you, homie. You making wine and shit, you putting it in my bucket in a toilet and all this here. Hey, I'm drinking with you, homie.
God damn. I heard that people, when they make spreads, like they'll make a whole spread for everybody. Everybody eat with the same spoon or some shit like that. Does it go down like that? Everybody using the same utensils?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No,
That
y'all
sounds
gotta be
concerning.
some special kind of lovers to be doing all that shit.
Yeah,
No.
that sounds
I
concerning.
bring my own spoon. Yeah, them spoons don't cost that much.
Biggest facts.
Commissary.
Biggest facts. All right, so
Now I might use the same spoon that they got in the big bowl to put on my tortilla or something and roll it up. But
not-
ain't nobody, sharing no saliva like that.
goddamn. All right, so Diddy, of course, TMZ drops a picture. I know a lot of AI pictures came out after that. I know you probably seen him hugged up with. It's weird how AI be, it's weird. I see on the picture, man, Diddy did have gray hair, man. Like he can't get no castor oil or whatever they call it. No, whatever the fuck
Diddy
it's
can
called.
get whatever he want.
That's
If you
he
can
want.
get it in the high max, you can get it in the low. You can get it even more in the low. He either don't want to change his hair color or he just satisfied, you know what I'm saying? Or he just...
You think he's trying to win sympathy to hey, I'm an old
I don't
man.
know. The pictures I seen and shit, he ain't had no gray hair.
Yeah, I know, right? They think he look regular.
So I don't know which one to believe with this AI shit, so I don't know which one to believe.
They look regular degular. How does it look in the feds for Diddy in the holiday season? How did Thanksgiving, how does Christmas look?
Oh, Diddy finna feed everybody. Everybody his friend.
Oh, shit. Okay. What you mean?
There's
What you mean
probably
like
a million turkeys coming up right now, pulling up a truck, feeding all the workers, all the COs, the lieutenants and all that.
how, Sway? Like, how can he? Like, all right, he has commissary money, but you can't spend, there's a limit you could buy, right?
Who say you spending commissary money when you can make a phone call?
Oh, you mean, he gonna feed the whole goddamn prison?
He can do that.
Oh, shit. So he can have some, wait, so you can win favor like that. You could have a free world person come up and say, I'm serving dinner to everybody up here, warden, everybody come through.
Yeah,
A prisoner
they
could do
sign
that.
up, yeah. Hell, I used to get Slim Thug and Zero to come up there and perform. So what's the difference?
That's crazy. Yeah. Diddy could, he could run that ball. He can run that.
So shit.
Does a person like Diddy, does he have to talk to the warden? Does the warden come and see him personally? Hey,
you have to get shit like that cleared.
Okay. But would the warden even want to talk to him? Like, let me tell you how your time gonna be here, sir. You gonna
That warden probably riding dick right now. Probably want to sleep with Diddy. Ain't no telling.
goddamn, take that. All right. Shit. When it comes to someone like on a Diddy status, and of course he's in a low. Are there other celebrities that's around that can they get together and do like a hustle and flow moment where they all cooking up songs in the?
Yeah, we all do that.
Okay,
I done put it on so many shows in the feds. It's pathetic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it had, like I say, it has to be clear from the top.
Can music?
So I go to them and be like, look, if we be good, no riots, no killings and stuff for the next 30 days, can I get Zero and them to come up here and do a show? And for us being good, can y'all put some punch out there, some brownies, get some brownies made and all this kind of stuff for the institution, and everybody just wild out, just have fun and go back to their units after it's done. They'll say, if you can pull it off, if you can make that happen, you got it. Sign.
That's real.
And I'm gonna go to each car and I'm gonna be like, look, man, it's like this, man. We trying to do this, trying to get this done. Y'all wanna have some fun. Y'all wanna get some celebrities out here, such, this, and that. Y'all gotta be cool, man. Y'all gotta cut the bullshit. And they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
Can they record?
Unless something happens that can't be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like on site. It's going down. We finna tear this motherfucker up.
Yeah. Can they record? Can music be made in prison? Possibly. Like if it gets approved.
I don't want to give up too much, but
He said I won't give it too much. He said, the niggas in there recording, right? Niggas dropping records.
I don't want to give up too much, but I'm gonna say this: they do have band rooms, pianos, drums, everything you need to start a band is in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why is it there? Is it for church goers or what, who's it?
It's for us to have fun.
Damn. So all right, that's
I don't
that's
know
a
what
real
they
low.
got in the state. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they got none of that in the state because I didn't see it. when
Niggas
I
come
was
through
down
in
there.
the States sound like y'all got it made in the
Yeah, but in the Fed shit, like, yeah, choose your poison. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying?
So Diddy himself, man, before he went in, the day he got caught, he had all kind of Tusi, baby oil, all kind of drugs, and he probably having a freak off right then. How does Diddy still get high? How does Diddy still get his rocks off while in prison? Like, what is he going through? Do you think he's getting his rocks off? Do you think he's still getting high? Like someone who really went from 100 to 0 that quick.
If you in the camp, homie, you in the low, you can get it high. Hey, it's Burger King for you.
Goddamn.
It's Burger King for you.
Have it your way.
Have it your way.
So Diddy's not deprived of sex right now?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Where is he getting it from? I mean,
his fellow roommates. Shit.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell
Hey.
So,
hey, man.
So let's say
that boy ain't straight.
Diddy, there's been stories that he's dabbing on both sides of the fence. Do you really feel this nigga is in there with other low, like this is like who are low, this is a low man. Other niggas be like, Diddy, what up, homie? And he like, what up?
I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave that alone.
You all right?
Because we going down a rabbit hole and I ain't trying to get killed. Remember a while back, I told you about the butt-naked basketball.
You did say something. Yeah, that was wild.
So if they doing that, what you think he into?
Damn.
If you throwing parties like that, where everybody is walking around butt-ass naked, walking you down with a ball.
Damn. Yeah.
You don't think he swing both ways?
Damn. Well, I do know he
playing basketball butt naked, that dick definitely swing both ways.
Goddamn, literally. I do know he like a little nut on the chest, and I don't know what he does, whatever he does with it, but
that's sick, homie.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
That's sick, homie.
I know you mentioned
that's enough.
That's enough. Shit. Maybe he had just magazines. Maybe he could just go, just go whack off. Maybe, do you think his sexual palate could be clean like that?
Damn, rabbit hole getting deeper and deeper.
Deeper and deeper. God damn, did it?
It's possible. I don't know what he going through. Right. I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been keeping in touch with nobody and stuff that can, give me that, just what's going on and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these are hypotheticals. You mentioned toilet wine. Can they make like a toilet? Like
all I'm saying is he's not being deprived of a damn thing if he's in a camp or a low.
Okay.
He having it his way. From COs to inmates, he having it his way. Because everybody, if a billionaire walk in that door right now, everybody gonna turn their damn head and shit at whatever's going on just so they can eat.
Yeah, everybody trying to eat. COs, everybody.
Man, them people ain't getting no money like that. They not eating, them COs ain't eating hard like that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know how many people I done watch risk their career just to bring in a little sheet of K2 like this?
Come on. Imagine what Diddy offering. He offered somebody $50K to disappear a video from the Cassie hotel tape. $50K just to make that go away. Then offered $100 for both, because two people knew about it. Hey, I'm gonna get $100 for both of y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can only imagine. Do you believe if he was wanting baby oil smuggled in, can that be smuggled in, or do it have to be like made like toilet oil?
On commissary already, probably.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
They probably don't.
And if it wasn't, they probably made it to where they probably made it where he could get it. Like, goddamn,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna add it to the list.
If he want that, he got that.
Yeah.
Because they ain't shaking down cells and doing all this shit like they doing in the highs and the maximum security. They're not doing all that.
That's real.
Them people want to do their 8 and skate. They going home at the end of the day. Nice to meet you, Diddy. When you get out, I could sing, trying to get a deal, trying to get some kind of help.
Do you believe when Diddy get out that he'll still have his fame and his fortune?
Hell no. He'll have his fortune probably, but no.
Do you feel like they'll ridicule him for what? The freak-offs? For the Cassie, the women beating? Or where do you feel he'll be like?
He's ruined a lot of relationships with people who's giving him keys to the city.
Yeah.
Senators. All them people that was on that tape, he ruined a lot of lives.
Yeah.
by doing what he did. Because see, this stems back from Illuminati. Had he never sued that liquor company like he was told, none of this shit would be happening to him right now. But when you hard-headed, this is how you get spanked.
Yeah.
Then they'll put you right back in your situation, and you'll be untouchable again until you decide to be hard-headed.
That's right. Goddamn.
So you either learn your lesson or you don't.
Yeah, I remember when Tupac went to jail.
Ain't nothing gonna be the same once he walk out them doors.
That's real. Now,
Nothing.
I remember Tupac went to jail. He was actually convicted for the sexual
assault. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he got out. He came out hotter. I think Diddy, if he owns up to his freakiness, he might come out hotter. If he just really owns it, like nigga, freak out. I don't know. It's hypothetical, but he gonna come home.
It's a thin line with him because you dealing with women. You dealing with women, multiple women. The way you went about doing what you done to get what you wanted.
Let me ask a woman. Do you feel Diddy's gonna come back home hotter or what?
Okay, so we keep saying about the freak offs and everything, but we are not addressing the elephant in the room of he was actually raping people. Like if you watch the documentary, multiple men and women in the documentary admitted to being raped by Diddy.
Right.
Multiple.
So this is why I say.
So assault.
Yeah.
Not freak offs, but actual assault and drugging them and assaulting them.
But like I say, he'll never be able to bounce back from none of that. He gonna have to put his money into AI stocks and Bitcoin and all this here. Music ain't gonna
no
be
bad boy reunited.
Sign the bad boy no more because that's gonna be a bad look. You heard me?
Goddamn.
Yeah. So it's still a million apologies that he needs to make that'll probably never even make the cut.
Yeah, he
did too much.
He gonna be 50. He gonna be 50 something, almost 60. I don't know. He old man. With that being said, in a low, can you give visitors? I remember back in the day, it was what was it? It was the phone calls with the glass. You going like, hey, baby, that's you go
ain't
sit.
No glass.
Yeah, what's the visitation like nowadays? It ain't like that.
Ain't no glass. Ain't no glass.
So it's just
hell, even in the highway I was at, there's no glass. The only way you're gonna see glass in the Fed if you in a hole and somebody come to see you. You about to get shipped. You locked away from everybody. You in solitary confinement. And somebody come see you and you want to be a monster, what? They gonna put you on that damn Seroquel, have you slobbing at the mouth where you can't whoop their ass and shit, shackle you down from head to toe, put you in that black box, and they gonna sit you at that damn window and let you talk for 20 minutes until you visit over with. That's if you get approved for it. But other than that, ain't none of that. That's you in the state. The state does that.
So how does visitors work in a low? How does visitations work?
Man, basically, you can walk outside and greet your visitors while they still sitting in the car, pulling up.
Oh, damn. Save, homie. Hey.
That's my granny. That's my granny.
Damn.
I'll be right. You know what I'm saying?
You lean on the car window.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, Diddy died, man. Why? Is this even punishment for Diddy? This just a timeout.
Nah, that nigga probably out fishing.
Damn. They got a little lake or something. God damn, Diddy on timeout. All right. Just I think we asked this before, but I gotta go back to it. Again, I know you're a movie maker yourself, you know what I'm saying? You're a director, you're a screenwriter, all that. Give me top 3 prison movies you feel like the public should watch if they haven't seen it.
Lately? Movies that have came out lately? Or
no, it could go back. It could go back to the 90s, 80s, whatever.
All I can remember is Penitentiary 1, 2, and 3, and Undisputed.
Well, that 1, 2, and 3. That's 3. So yeah. Okay, Undisputed was Penitentiary was yeah. Why those? Why those?
Somewhere in there, they painted certain pictures of what prison really was, other than the boxing ring and the fighting and all that. I mean, we be doing all that, but it's not to that They don't have no real rings out there and all this stuff. Now you got some federal facilities that have stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like inmates against the COs and stuff. You choose your dudes, we'll choose ours and see who got something, this and that on some just friendly shit, but nah.
Okay.
But all that stuff they painted in those pictures start coming true after a while. The prisons wasn't like that at first. Now all this homosexuality and all this other weird shit going on and stuff, and like it's popular. Like nobody's just no more. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. It's whatever. I ain't into that, but you know, to each his own. I ain't tripping.
Nah, I mean, when did it become cool? What you mean?
Homie. Look at society. Look at Steve Harvey said it himself. This country, I think he said, is 73 or 74% all gay.
I hear that the gays run Hollywood. I didn't know the gays run prison. I mean, I heard they into the Illuminati. I didn't know they was into they didn't got to down to the Texas prison system or the Angola. I mean, what are we talking?
They've been in prison.
No, they've been there. But I thought it was always still frowned upon no matter what in prison. Like it's still a no-go.
You can frown all you want to. It just depends on where you come from, what you got going when you get there. Because like I told you before, I know punks with hands and shit that ran the units. Would knock you out and suck your dick and tell you, get your ass up, go get your ass in the shower.
Goddamn. That's some wild shit. Shit. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, see, you heard the cough. Damn. Shit. Yeah, no, that's why
let's not get it
a punk with hands
now.
is a punk with hands.
You know what I'm saying? Homosexuality has always been in the shadows and stuff, but until the AIDS epidemic just took off and just, you know what I'm saying? Now they trying to contain it to where like, when you come in the system now, they automatically got to ask you, are you straight? Or are you bi? Or are you into some weird shit? Or do you check other?
Yeah, can they go by them or they? I don't identify
anything
as
other than straight. They putting you somewhere else. You're not coming in this damn dorm with all these men because you are exciting homosexuality and they don't want that. At least they pretend to.
Do you feel a woman who identifies as a man and she did the hormones, she got the goatee and everything, should she go to a male prison? Or he?
We done had that. I've seen that a lot. They send them down there, and once they create, let me tell you, you got some supposedly real dudes who got rank in the streets, killers. Stand up, I'm talking about stand up dudes. When one of them punks come through there, one of these dudes got titties and all this here walking up in here, they do like this. Say, homie, what's your name? Now they want to be friends with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And next thing you know, they in a relationship and they protecting him instead of the homies. You know what I'm saying? So they can't do that. That's exciting. They can't do that.
Yeah.
But they have done it in the past just to see what happened. And it caused riots. I told you about the riot I was in. And come to find out, I'm fighting behind a punk that ain't even mine.
God damn. Like, what happened? Like, did you know about a punk or you just found out, like, what's this about, nigga? While you fighting, you just like...
When the riot kicked off, all I knew was black on Mexican. So every Mexican, I'm attacking them just like they're going to attack me. We all out there fighting, gutting, and killing each other. When the shit was over with, we sitting butt-ass naked, handcuffed, sitting on the ground. They counting us out, picking up the dead bodies. Afterwards and shit, they come through here getting statements. When they get the statements and stuff, you sitting up there asking, like, they're asking you how this shit started. And you're like, I don't know. Shit, all I know is they cut my homie. So I went at them. We all went at it. That's the law. When one pop, we all pop. Then a couple of weeks later, after they let us off the lockdown, or either keep us down, the kites start flying and shit, and then you find out it's behind a homosexual. This dude got into it behind a punk because both of them was in love with him. So they ended up fighting and stabbing each other up, and it started a war. So now my wife coming down here talking about, I couldn't even get a visit from you because was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Damn.
You didn't want to come home because you fighting over a piece of ass. I'm like, you got me fucked up. That's not what I was fighting over. Shit, that was. But that's how it looks at the end of the day because we all get the same shot.
Yeah.
So I done got shipped to a whole nother region for trying to protect my homies and myself. But then when I look at it, I'm fighting behind a pump.
Yeah, when you go back and look at it like, man, I was really throwing them hands. I was swinging like a motherfucker. Like you start thinking about, damn, I was swinging because of a pump. I was fighting for my life because of a pump.
At the end of the day, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Because if you don't fight, they're going to kill you. And if you do fight, they're going to give you a shot and shoot you up. They're going to send you to Timbuktu, send you anywhere. Yeah. But when it come out, when it was all over, then you sit up there, you shame. You're like, man. That's crazy if your wife asks you some shit like that. Was it worth it? Because I heard it was behind a homosexual. Was you fucking a boy? Hell no. So why was you fighting? Because I'm black.
Yeah, we stick together. God damn. So let's speak on that if you don't mind. The blacks, Mexicans, and whites, that's the main gangs, correct?
Yeah.
Or main groups.
I mean, every nationality had their gangs within.
Yeah. So I want to speak on that. How many different Mexican gangs were there? Were the MS-13, Tango Blast?
But see, that's just it.
Yeah.
They don't do it like that.
Oh, please.
Each form prison that you go to got a different gang there that can stay there. Any other gangs that they're opposed to, they can't walk their yard. They're going to kill them automatically. That's why they tell you on the bus, do not get off this bus if you're from this gang. If you snitched on somebody or said something you shouldn't have, don't get off this bus. If you did anything immoral that you think's going to beat you here, don't get off this bus. You'll do better off going somewhere else. Let us find somewhere to take you because it's at your own risk at that point. Because as soon as you get up for a Mexican, as soon as they get to that door, they don't give a damn, get naked. They make theirs get naked right there at the door and searching for tattoos. You have anything that don't resemble them, and it's another gang, you're getting gutted right there on the spot. They don't play.
From the tats.
And they're not asking.
Yeah, that's right.
Get naked.
So,
and if you straight, they'll let you in and receive you with open arms. Blacks, we different. Everybody gonna shoot you and look at this nigga here. He look like a hoe. This nigga. You think that nigga got hair? Yeah, where that nigga from? You think he a blood? You think he a Crip? Where you think that nigga from? You gonna get all this shooing and shit till you be like, where do I go? Where you from, homie? Oh, I'm from Dallas. Oh, your people over there. And if nobody don't know you, they're gonna be like, where you come from? Dallas where? Who your people is? Yeah? You got a 5K1? You told on somebody? What happened? You got 30 days to get their paperwork. Other than that, we don't really got nothing to say to you.
Goddamn.
And that's how the blacks operate. The white boys,
you just white.
You're just white.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? The more the merrier. But they gonna check their ass too, like, hey, you can't come up in here if you know what I'm saying, if your shit ain't together, your shit ain't straight.
So wait, hold on. The Mexicans don't run. The Mexicans, there's no blood and Crip Mexicans. Like, hey, we blood with Crip and.
Yeah, they have that too, but at the same time, they're gonna choose their people first
over a set color.
Over a set.
Damn, we fucked up.
Now you got some of them because you know the ones that grew up with the blacks and shit speak like they black. Then they just nah, my nigga, ooh, I'm blood, I'm Crip, ooh. And they gonna be like, I don't fuck with y'all old school shit. Them my niggas over there. They going over there. They going to ride with the set. They gonna get in that car, in the gang car.
Yeah, I think Drewski just made a skit where he was dressed like a white boy that grew up in a black neighborhood. Like really, like where do they go? The white boy who grew up in a black neighborhood and all he know was black, all he messed with is black females. Mm-hmm. Where does he go when he go to prison? Does he still be down with the niggas? Does he?
Are we talking about state or fed?
We're gonna stay with state.
In the state, go where you want to go. Ain't nobody really gonna pay you no attention.
Okay.
Unless you look like money or you look like some ass. You know what I'm saying?
Now they looking.
They gonna ask you where you from, this and that, and be done with it. Like, yeah, all right.
All right, so the feds, when it comes to that car, a white boy who he gonna have to get affiliated with a gang, or he
white boy, they gonna ask him straight up, what you in here for? Come, who you with? You know what I'm saying? You with the mob, you with the white knights, you with the ACs, you with the, you know what I'm saying? TS1s, whatever. Who you rolling with? But at the end of the day, they all gonna stick together. And like if a riot break out between blacks and Hispanics, then white boys gonna choose a side with one of them.
No, if the white boy who grew up with nothing but niggas, and they ask him, "Hey, bro, who you with?" He like, "I'm with my niggas."
It happens.
Yeah, can he be over there with the?
Yeah, if the car accept him, yeah. Okay. Sometimes they accept him, and sometimes they be like, "Nah."
Yeah, does it make sense to accept the white boy? Yeah, does it? Yeah, because mind you, he ain't with his homies from the neighborhood. Like he in a whole new situation. So would they normally accept him? Like if like one person know him, like, oh yeah, now he was on the block with me, man, he could come on.
If somebody can vouch for you, and this is where you want to be, yeah, they'll let you in. They'll let you in, but it's on. But most of the time, they gonna use you.
Yeah, I'm about to say, seem like he gonna be food regardless.
Yeah, like, you look like good food.
God,
you look like your granny put all that money on your books and shit, and we finna eat off you. But the white boys, when they accept them, they gonna do the same thing. We need money for weapons. We need this for war. We need this for that. Oh, you gotta pay dues and shit.
Yeah, and that's interesting.
So every time you go to commissary, go get this, go get this, go get that. They're just finessing you.
Like a Carlton Banks from Fresh Prince. Mm-hmm. He goes to jail for wire fraud or something. Never spent a day in the feds or nothing, but he has to go sit in there. Like, where does he go? Like, he seemed like a...
It sounds like he's going to state jail.
Damn, it's a federal crime, let's say.
Oh, it's a federal crime?
Let's say he's in a federal crime.
Well, if it's a federal crime, he gonna go with his people. Ain't nobody gonna touch him.
So a Carlton Banks gonna turn into a real nigga at the end of his sentence.
He ain't gonna be no real nigga. He just protected.
Oh, shit.
He gonna pay like he weigh.
Goddamn.
You with us, but at the same time, you gonna have to pull your weight. I told you how they did me.
Damn.
I had to hold 20 motherfucking knives and shit. And I'm like, shit, nigga, you got life. Why I gotta hold these motherfuckers? Yeah. I get caught with them and shit. I'm gonna get it just as much time you got. I got a date. I'm trying to go home.
Yeah, that's some real shit, real nigga shit.
But if I don't hold them, I'm gonna end up holding it anyway, because they're gonna put them in me. You a liability. So if you have no value, we're not doing nothing with you but football punting your ass right back to where you came from.
Someone told me in state it's not proper to ask a man what he's in for or how much time he got, or ask those personal questions.
In the feds, it's not cool to ask that.
Yeah, like, why not? Like, I would
because people jump on your case. I ain't gotta know you, homie. But if I'm riding in the cell with you, we cooking up a spread, we eating every night, and you just going back to the days, yeah, I used to do this. I had the whip pulling out the photo albums with the pictures and shit. Yeah, this is my slab and shit. I used to get 5 keys a week and all that stuff. You telling your business. And this same nigga can go get a 7-year time cut off of what he know from what you just told him. And all the feds gonna tell him just, if you sit on that stand, point him out and say that you got a bird from him. That's 7 years cut off your sentence.
Hey.
They doing that more than a little bit. So you get to court and stuff, and you see your celly up there, and you like, the fuck is he doing here? State's next witness. He get up there, and you like, man, that dude don't even know me, man. I met him in the cell. It's gonna look that way, but he gonna be able to paint a picture about who you are because you've been in there running your mouth. You've been in there showing your pictures. You told them what your kids look like. You told them what school they went to. You told them about all the bitches you've been fucking.
Talking.
So now he got something that can make it look relevant that y'all know each other. And the feds is like this. Conviction. That's how they get a 97% conviction rate. They ain't smart.
Have they ever used the penitentiary system, do you feel, to make a man snitch? Like, meaning like, they'll throw you in hell. They'll purposely throw you in hell because knowing you don't want to be here to show you, like, we need you to cooperate so you don't have to go back here. Like, do you feel, you be seeing situations where like a person might be a child molester or something. They're going to throw him in there with the sharks. Like, nah, we going to send him to where we know he don't like it. Or you might see a situation where, hey, someone's working, possible he might need to be state witness, where they'll put him in somewhere, maybe tell an inmate, put him with a cellie that's going to be, put him with him. He gonna hate this. He going to want to get out.
Nah, I ain't never seen that. But I have seen where the feds will put somebody in your cell and it'll be just like a coincidence that this person might know you. You know what I'm saying? And they'll feed off information. They want you to get all the information you can off of him so they can have something solid on him about time we go to court. But for the most part, you just coming to jail and all this kind of stuff and they're trying to get information out you. They can't do that. They can't do that. You have to be convicted. You know what I'm saying?
What stops a man from snitching in prison? Like
a knife, a broomstick up the ass, a blanket party.
Assortment of
assortment of things. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it.
Making a phone call outside and shit, and make sure your kids is in line and baby mamas and stuff. Oh, it's ways to stop you from running your mouth if you really care about something. You find a person weakness and stuff. The feds do it to women all the time.
That's real.
All the time. They're gonna attack their baby mama. They want her baby daddy. They're gonna sit up there and attack her first. I know you know where it's dope at. You don't want your kids to grow up in foster care. We're gonna take all your kids from y'all, this stuff. That's her heart. She ain't worrying about that nigga. She gonna be like, well, you shouldn't have even did it. It's up there in the attic. I heard him talking on the phone with him and Lil Momo and shit about a body trapped in the wall. You gone.
Damn.
They gonna hit you where it hurt, man.
Damn.
Because they already know 9 times out of 10 you're gonna play hard. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. All right, cool. You ain't got nothing to say?
Bet.
Miss Patricia.
Goddamn. All right,
and
so
you can't get mad at her because them are kids.
Nah, these are facts. These are facts.
You put her in that position, man.
I got to run back to Diddy real quick. Let me just ask you, would a Diddy tell-all break the entire industry? And I mean, when I say tell-all, I mean not only what happened in the industry, but also him talking about prison, like his day-to-day, like him keeping a journal right now, like, ooh, this is going on. Would that break the internet if he puts that out?
Yeah, it would.
Ooh, yeah, that would.
Yeah. Even if he lying and making shit up, it's going to break the internet.
Goddamn.
Because they looking for a response.
Mm-hmm. What do you think would have happened if they would have put Diddy and R. Kelly in the same unit?
Yeah, they going to make beautiful music.
Goddamn. Ooh, nah. Goddamn. Shit. Would they even put two people like that in the same unit? Like they were like, you think they're like, nah, we got to keep them separate? Nah,
they're going to keep it separate. That's too much, what you call that, influence, they call it. You know, same thing with Meech. When Meech was down there, he couldn't be around none of us. They kept moving him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they know all he had to do is say something and we gonna tear this motherfucker down.
Nah, them is facts. You know, Diddy does have possibly, you know, they got Keefe D in there to where, you know, this Biggie and Pac thing may come up and Diddy's situation may come up. His name's already been listed. How does that work as far as Diddy already being arrested, already in prison?
They're not going to put two on the same case in the same, you're not supposed to do that. That's conflict of interest. You can't put both of us on the same unit. You can't do that.
No, I mean more so with the trial. If they have a trial,
Even during the trial,
Diddy's
they have
name
to keep
came
you
up.
separated. Even if they got to take you to a whole nother prison, you're not going to be around that person until this case is settled.
How does it work?
And even then, they call it a keep away list. So you have to keep away from this person till you're released, pretty much.
Can Diddy can he fight that case?
He can fight all he want, but it's too much. It's too much righteous information on him already that, you know what I'm saying, he done got away with murder pretty much. Like I say, it's deeper than what he done wrong. It's the powers that be that nobody sees that's controlling this narrative. That's what's going on with him. And when he apologizes and say, I'm ready to act right, they're going to let him out.
Yeah, that's the real shit. That's the real shit. God damn it. Diddy going through all this, do you feel like he's been punished enough to not to have said anything? He didn't take the stand. Like, he just did what he did. Do you feel like the time he got for the crime he committed was doable? I don't want to ask you.
Let me tell you something. He did. You say, everybody say he didn't take the stand, but technically he did. You keeping record and videos of every fuck partner that you done had in your home is telling.
Yeah, that's right. But
you don't have to say nothing. The videos speak for itself.
Them videos didn't see the light of day, so everybody's still protected. Everybody's, I don't know, they exist. Right. There might be a bigger player
until 50 unleash them.
Right.
Because if y'all think 50 done with him, you're sadly mistaken. He gonna wait till everything calm down and then bam.
Goddamn. 50 himself, do you feel like, what's your thoughts of him putting this whole documentary out? Like, what do you think what do you think his reasoning is?
You should never poke a bear. You should never poke a bear. 50 is a damn grizzly bear. And you figured that since you got so much money and you could do all this and you mess with that man, old lady, you thought he was gonna let you skate with that. He didn't really care about it being the female that he did it. It was the point of you trying me. You're poking the bear. So when you poke a bear, that bear's gonna strike. And when that bear strike back, ain't nothing you can do but fight or put it down. And you ain't got the strength to put him down.
Yeah, my thoughts is Diddy has been coming after everybody's girl. And he actually went after 50's girl, his baby mama, and he just...
Definitely.
And he went after people who didn't have the ability to do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 like, I got the ability to do something about it. I'm going to show you, but I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
All right, well, let's do it like this. For those that just always, whenever we do these prison stories, we always try to keep it, verifying what's,
Yeah, I know. We don't glorify what we...
Yeah, we don't glorify.
Yeah, we don't glorify.
So if you don't mind, please, outside of Diddy's and all the little young Diddy's out there, let them know why they need to stay out of prison.
Man, all I can say to these little baby Earl bandits is be true to yourself, man, and stay out the way, man. You know what I'm saying? You can have a brighter day and a brighter future and stuff without going for that bullshit, man. Because a lot of people get trapped in that because they want to be in the industry so bad. And when your skill is not enough, you'll do anything to remain in that light. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the only way you can satisfy me is to do something immoral.
Come on.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it at the end of the day because that shit gonna catch up with you.
Come on. With that being said, Gizzle, man, go and tell them, man, how to get at you, how to follow you, man. All the, tell them all the ways to get at you and what you got coming up too.
Well, y'all already know what it is, man. It's Ice Gizzle, ICEGIZZLE 5200 at Facebook, at on all social media platforms, man. I'm on everything. Music-wise, same thing. Y'all be on the lookout this year for my new movie, When Money Ain't Enough. It's finally finished. You know, got to work out a few kinks. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's a good time to turn in some music if y'all want to be on this soundtrack.
Oh, so you looking for true believers?
Yeah. Other than that, you know, I got 3 new novels coming out, and I'm preparing myself to work on a new movie, and it's called Get My Lick Back.
Oh, can you talk about the premise? Can you talk about the premise?
Basically, Get My Lick Back. It's about a dude being left for dead. They robbed him, they so-called killed him, and they buried him alive.
I like it.
He comes back from the dead and he kills everybody.
Goddamn, this sounds like a zombie movie.
Nah, he ain't no zombie. He was so incoherent, they thought he was dead, but he wasn't.
Okay, that's real. Hey, we looking forward, man. Yeah, you a true screenwriter. But with that being said, man, I gotta say it, man. Ice Gizzle, man. You know, we did it once again. You know, again, those who saying free Diddy, you know, hey, hey. We gotta say it, man. But this is Prison Stories 101, man. Ice Gizzle, bro, I salute you, man.
Salute.
Let's go.